They didn't know I was watching from the hallway. Not at first. They were laughing loudly. The kind of laugh you hear at the end of a heist. My wife Claire was twirling the old key to her father's study like it was a trophy. Her sister Melissa poured them both a drink from the decanter I was never allowed to touch. "Sorry, man," Claire said with a smug twist to her mouth, like she was spitting the words through a smile. "But the estate is ours now." Then they high-fived. Actually high-fived. I stepped into the room, palm steady, face blank, and placed the folder on the table between their martinis. Claire's smile cracked. Melissa went pale. I looked each of them in the eye and said, "Actually, your dad sold everything to me. Years ago." Then I pointed at the camera blinking red in the corner. "You don't marry someone thinking they're capable of carving you out of your own life." Claire and I were together 9 years. We built a world of soft Sundays and shared playlists. I was there when her mother died. She was there when I buried my dog. There was history, laughter, 1,000 small kindnesses. But in hindsight, those kindnesses were breadcrumbs leading me to slaughter. Her father never liked me. Old money, old rules. But he was dying. Slow, cruel, and alone. I was the only one who listened to his stories without checking my watch. I pushed his wheelchair through the garden he built with his bare hands. I changed his morphine patch while Claire and Melissa were arguing over the wine cellar's inventory. He saw what I saw, that his daughters weren't mourning him. They were circling like crows. He came to me quietly, papers already drawn up. "I'd rather the estate rot than see them ruin it," he said. "But I've watched you. You listen." So we transferred everything legally and quietly. I had it buried in layers of shell corporations. Clean. Bulletproof. With one condition, I wouldn't act until after he was gone. I honored that. The day we buried him, I wept. Claire didn't. She was already measuring curtains for the main house. The betrayal wasn't obvious at first. It was surgical. Passwords changed. Locked drawers. Muffled phone calls in the guest room. She kept saying I was imagining things. That grief was making me paranoid. I wanted to believe her. God, I tried to believe her. Then I found the email. It was supposed to have been deleted. A forward from Melissa, "Once he's out of the picture, we're golden. Daddy's will leaves it all to Claire. Just smile a little longer." She called me the picture. I didn't confront her. I didn't scream. I didn't drink myself numb. I studied. I started with the cameras. Tiny, hidden, legal. I wired the whole estate, hallways, garages, even the wine cellar. I recorded everything. Then I hired a forensic accountant. He traced the shell accounts Melissa had opened in the Cayman Islands. Claire's name was all over the paperwork. She had been preparing to disappear with the money. Leave me with nothing but dust and memories. So I made some moves of my own. I bought a small law firm and had them quietly start dissolving the trust her father had set up, because I owned it now. I rented the guest house to a private investigator disguised as a quiet novelist. He got them talking. Got everything on tape. I waited. Waited for them to dig their own graves. Tonight was their victory party. They thought I was away on a business trip. I watched from the study where the screens played back every room in real time. They toasted. "Can't believe the idiot never saw it coming," Melissa said, laughing. Claire shook her head. "He's always been soft. Gullible. He still thinks we were in love." That's when I walked in. They froze when I placed the folder down. Inside was everything. The signed sale agreement from their father. Video of the conversation. The will he signed, then voided. The shell company documents. Cayman account statements. And a thumb drive with all the surveillance footage. Melissa reached for her glass. Claire didn't move. I said nothing for a while. Just let the silence press in. Then I pointed to the corner. That camera's live. Recording right now. Claire opened her mouth, but I raised a hand. Don't. I slid the folder toward them. I'm not pressing charges. But the estate, it's mine. Legally. Irrevocably. Melissa tried to speak. I cut her off. You should go. They didn't argue. They left. No high fives this time. Just silence and the click of heels down the hallway. The estate is quiet now. Peaceful. The birds returned to the garden this morning. For the first time in weeks, I sat by the fountain and felt the sun on my face without checking for shadows. I thought revenge would taste sweeter, but it doesn't. It tastes like closure. Like a clean wound that doesn't bleed anymore. They took the parts of me I gave freely. My trust, my love, my years. But they forgot something. You don't bury a man like me. You water him. And now I grow.